While U.S. unemployment rate continues to decline, Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke has called the pace of progress frustratingly slow. And for more on what's next for the U.S. workforce, I'm joined now by Harley Lippman. He is the chief executive and the founder of Genesis10. It is a technology firm that specializes in the procurement, training, and placement of recent college graduates, military veterans, and disabled individuals in the technology sector. Harley, it's a pleasure. Thanks for coming in. First, we got to ask you, what does Genesis10 mean? Why did you name the company Genesis10?
Genesis is a new beginning. I had a company before that. I sold it for stock. I lost everything, started over, and I reached out to the best of my former employees. 10 rejoined me, hence the name Genesis10.
All right, so what does Genesis10 do?
We find people who leverage technology for major corporations across the United States. We're very good at finding talent, reaching out. We use stealth recruiting to find the best people, and that's what we do for corporate America.
So corporate America hires you, companies hire you, and they say, we need a certain number of programmers, or we need people with these skill sets in order to fulfill certain requirements.
Exactly. And we're very good at reaching out to the community. We're involved in baseball games, brown bag lunches. We have speakers that come in. So we really get deep into the community and network. So we find people, hidden assets, that a lot of companies otherwise wouldn't find. What
kinds of technology jobs are you filling?
A to Z. It could be .NET, Java developers, business analysts, program managers, all those people. Anyone that leverages technology, we find those people.
Or anyone that uses it, right? Anyone
right.
that has that expertise. Are you able to put together various profiles of the kinds of people that are available to fill these jobs?
We do. We reach out across the board to the unretired who retired and come back. We reach out to, we have a college program where we look for people who, we look for attitude, people who are proactive, eager to please, know how to solve a problem. We look for veterans among the most deserving, and clearly who are goal-oriented and wonderful people. So we reach out across the broad spectrum.
And what about offshoring? Because we know that a lot of technology work is done outside the United States. It's less expensive in some cases, and also the time difference helps companies remain up and running 24 hours a day.
That's the biggest myth. It's not true. There's not a shortage of IT people. There's plenty of people in the United States. Half the number of unemployed are IT people. It's all about companies having a workforce strategy that will enable them to train people so that they could fill their ranks with people here in this country. They don't need to go offshore.
So do they necessarily have to pay more for the same kind of work here in the U.S.?
Not at all. When you analyze all the hidden costs, it's actually the same thing.
And how many people are currently using Genesis10?
We have over 100 clients among the Fortune 500, and we reach out to companies across the United States. We're national.
And when you hear the job figures, right, 7.6% unemployment, even higher among those that do not have a college education, how do you respond to the idea that there is a skills gap in the U.S.?
There isn't a skills gap. It's a myth. This whole immigration bill is really a panacea. It's all about putting a Band-Aid on it. There are plenty of people in the United States that have IT knowledge. Companies could train people. It's just about having a talent strategy. It's about working with your clients, coming up with a program, being able to reach out into the community, training people and bringing them on board among veterans, people retired, or just high-level technology people. But there are plenty of people in this country, and I believe in America, and I believe in the American workforce, and we have them here.
The technology skills that people are learning in school, are they sufficient to fill all the jobs that are out there?
They are. It's just that American corporations don't really know how to find them. They don't know how to get the talent. And that's part of the problem here. So if they work with...
What happened to the old job fairs, or when companies would go and visit various campuses in order to recruit potential...
They don't really do a lot of that. That's the problem. And we reach out to people, again, who have... We look to attitude. We look for people who are eager to please, people who are really proactive. And those kind of people we bring on board, we train them with the clients, they learn the client's technology, they learn the client's business, and we bring them on board and we work with them cooperatively and we make it work. So it's all about training.
What's the time frame for this training? How long does it typically take?
It all varies. It could take anywhere from a couple days if it's boot camp, or it could take a couple weeks. Every program is customized. But Genesis10 across the United States is able to reach out, use social networks to be able to find people, go into the community, drill down, find the right talent, bring them on board, and be able to work with clients to be able to make a match.
I want to thank you very much. Harley Lippman,
My pleasure.
he is the founder and the chief executive of Genesis10.